Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We are back and we're doing a best of 3 Zendikar Rising draft. Alright, the rare is Aura Skyclave Hierophant. Great cleric card. It's 4 mana 3/3 lifelinker, which isn't bad, but when it or another cleric dies, you just get to return ones that cost less from the graveyard to the battlefield, which is insane. So we're going to take that, I think. Otherwise, we have Concerted Defense, which is more of a sideboard card. Tangled Florahedron, playable for any green deck. Ravager's Mace, really strong party equipment card. Smite, more of a sideboard card. Bubble Snare, good for any kicker deck or any blue deck. Constrictor is good for the Golgari counters deck. Blight Priest, totally playable. Cleric, just not insanely good, but playable cleric. Mind Drain, good for the rogues deck. Ambusher, playable warrior. Rubble Fort, kind of draft shaft, not that good. Might Marasa, good for kicker. And the rest is not that good. So let's take the cleric, see if it works out. If it doesn't, so be it. So follow-up pick here. Well, what's the best card? It might be the Binding. There's also Expedition Healer, which goes better with our Hierophant, but I'm kind of on board with taking a Binding over a healer at least. I don't love this card just because there's a lot of bounce effects in this format. There's also, black also has access to enchant destruction now with Feed the Swarm. Not that that matters too much, but it's yet another way to deal with it. But otherwise, there's just Murasa Root Grazer, which is good for the landfall deck. Relic Axe, good, playable, very playable warrior equipment. Outrider, good for party. I like the Duelist, it's good for rogues. Dreadworm is just rando 5-drop. Wildfire is not really a limited card. Blightblade's very good. I think we take the white card here that's very playable removal that potentially can keep us in clerics and see if it works out or not. Alright, we can take Shepherd of Heroes now. It's particularly good with Aura because when it dies, you basically can get any cleric back. It kind of still puts us in party territory, too, if clerics don't work out. I don't like base camp. I think I gave this a more raw deal than I should have the first time around. I should have realized it enters tapped. But if you're playing like 5-color party, then yeah, it's probably a good card for 5-color party. Skyclave Shadowcat's one of the better cards you can get for the +1/+1 counter deck. Mucklord is playable in there. I like the Royal Mage for kicker decks as well as wizard decks. Sentinel, good for the kicker decks and counter decks. It seems like an easy Shepherd here. Comes in, it's a win con, gains life. I like it. It's a cleric. Okay, we can take the Blood Priest now. This is more for party decks, but I think it's a playable, kind of cool card with Aura too, getting it back. Strongest card is probably Moss Pit Skeleton. One of my favorites actually from this format. Really powerful card. I'm kind of okay taking Blood Priest here. If we get Pack Beasts too, our Shepherd and our Blood Priest get better. And Aura can technically, I mean, it's technically a cleric, so we get pretty big rewards if I take the Blood Priest and we pick up any Pack Beast. And yeah, the next closest card for us is probably maybe a Subtle Strike. I think it's pretty easy Blood Priest here. Stick to the clerics if we can. So this is technically a cleric, but not one I want to splash for. We can take Salundi Vision and possibly branch into Esper though, because otherwise I'm taking a Dauntless Unity, which I'm kind of mixed about. I don't love it. Drawn Silencer, I guess, has some synergy with Blood Priest and Shepherd, but if you're going tribal, I think you go all out tribal. And we may not get the payoffs I want for that. I don't know how much I care about Dauntless Unity. It's playable. I guess we'll take it. I don't think it's that great. I think it's playable though. Ooh, well, we're getting, so this is weird. We're getting like party-oriented cards, but we're mostly clerics right now. Another option is to take the Blight Priest. It's clearly worse than this. We might just be better off going for party. We've just got very good party cards right now. We still just, if we get a bunch of pack beasts, this deck could be insane. But I guess we go Archpriest. So we can take the Shadow's Verdict. We're not passing anything for it. It's playable. At the very least, it's a sideboard option for us. So is Disenchant. But yeah, Shadow's Verdict can wipe the board. And currently it only kills a couple of our guys. That's not that bad. All right, we'll take it. So we can take the base camp. And I think we do. It sets us up for 4 and 5 color party. We have pretty big party payoffs now. With Archpriest and Shepherd and Blood Priest. Okay. So Ravager's Mace. Unfortunately, base camp can't play it. But it's going to be worth it if we end up partying. There's nothing else here we care about. The Ravager's Mace is insane if you can make it work. So we'll take the Outrider now. Yeah. Get a Warrior. Let's just take another base camp. It's fine. So we're already set up to go 4 or 5 color easily, I think. Pressure Point sideboard. And last pick playable sideboard card. Nice. Alright, Shatter Skull Chargers, the rare. I don't think we're going to first pick that. Do we have... We can take the Silencer now. Can take the Treachery. It's not very good on Splash. Currently we're only 3 color though. Any other good party cards in here? Yeah, the Veteran Adventure is a pretty excellent one. And Veteran Adventure's got to be better than Silencer. Yeah, you know what? We probably just take this. This is good with Kicker, but we're pretty far away from that. Yeah, I'm happy with Adventure. It has synergy with Aura. It synergizes with Archpriest. It's a great finisher on its own. Can play it off a base camp. I think it makes sense. We definitely want spell lands, though, if we're going 4 or 5 color. Wow, Leyline Tyrant. So 4 mana, 4/4 flyer. You don't lose unspent red mana, and when it dies, you can pay red to burn something. I wish it was better for us than it is. Just because we can't even use base camp to cast it. What else am I taking? I mean, there's like maybe just like a Zoff consumption, so we can more easily accommodate 20 lands. Our mana base is going to be real ugly, though, if I take Leyline Tyrant. It's probably just worth it, though, in case. And we might branch out of... I don't know yet. It just seems like it's wrong to not take this, even though it doesn't have a class. That's tough. We're going to take it. Cacophony, huh? Well, kind of far from that. Pack Beast is too good to pass. Even with a Royal Eruption in here, yeah, we've got just too many big payoffs for party to not take Pack Beast here. Plus, it lets us play the Tyrant more easily. Yeah, we have to. I want the Shelter. I'd play the Tactics. Maybe we wheel the Tactics. Obviously, I want Royal Eruption, but we're taking Pack Beast. Too good for us. So... some options here. Celebrant can buy us some time, which is good. Relic Vial is actually really good for us. We have a lot of clerics. It is much better in the dedicated cleric deck, but we have a lot already. Otherwise, we take the Fury. I'm actually going to take the Fury. I really think we're going to want to play a ton of lands here. Kick is cool, but not what we're looking for. Probably the Tactics could be good Already got 8 creatures, 16 cards, 3 lands. I think just 3, I think. Otherwise it's Outrider, but I think we take Tactics. I'm kind of mixed on this card too. I don't know how I feel about it, but with us, I think it's pretty good. And we need to interact early because our late game is stacked. Yeah, I'll take it. So Adept I love. I really like it for us too, but it's tough to pass a Cinderclasm too. Instant speed. It does kill a lot of our things, but I mean, also can be a total board wipe. Wow. You know, and I haven't seen it played yet either. I'm going to risk it. I haven't played with it. I have a feeling it's good. We'll have to see. So here, Cascade Seer, probably not. No party. I guess we just take the recovery to help us play the Adventurer. Probably a 20 land deck again. Can take the Banneret here. It's a cheap warrior. Probably makes the deck. Currently black is looking like the splash, which might mean we're just red, white, splash black, which I'm okay with too. I think we can already dump the unities. I forget what I took the first unity over. Something I'm likely regretting now. Alright, we can take the wizard actually. It's fine. It's a class card. It's playable. I think we just cut white here. Alright, I can take this. I think we take another tactics though, because we have a lot of class cards now. Alright, Blight Priest versus Celebrant. They're both clerics. I feel like we want the gain life more. It also blocks, and like I said, we have a great late game plan, so why not? It also works better with the Cinderclasm. So here, neither one matters. Yeah, I guess the Skitter Sneak's better, but we're not gonna, likely not playing it. Alright, Soul Shatter. It's kind of cool. Deal with their biggest thing. How much space do we have? We have 11. We need more creatures. I think we just slam another Pack Beast and never look back. All the class cards in our 4-color deck, yeah, and fixes for us. Just seems the most important for what we're trying to do. We would play as many Pack Beasts as we could possibly jam in a deck. And maybe Cinderclasm more of a sideboard card anyway, but a really important one for certain matchups. Soul Shatter would be good. It is cool. It deals with their biggest thing. I'd still rather have the Pack Beast, even over the removal. I really think this card is that important. Well, now there's Hagra Mauling, another Mace. I think Mace is insane. You auto attach it. It gives menace. It boosts for each dude in your party. I mean, granted, we only have 12 creatures now, but thinking I find some more. But Hagra Mauling is really good too. I think thematically, Mace is too much of what we're looking for. It just turns all of your creatures into win cons. Too good to pass up. Alright, Thundering Spark Mage is nuts. It's exactly in line with what we're trying to do. The Cleric and the Warrior would be good. But we take the Spark Mage because it's just going to kill things for us. So, another Wizard here is actually fine. Loots for us. Otherwise, yeah, we're no blue. We're everything but blue, I think, right? White, green, black, red. Yeah. Take the Wizard. Take another Banneret. Can actually take Zareth San. It's kind of cool. I wish that... I mean, you can cast it off... do we just go straight 5-color? We also have Pack Beast. But it's return unblocked attacking rogue, I see. It does make it worse. Not giving up much for it, though. I guess we're giving up a Seagate Banneret, which we kind of want. I think I'm going Banneret. It's cool to take Xerath Sand. I think it's an incredibly strong card, but we're asking a lot of our deck right now. I think 4 color is asking enough. Let's maybe do the Colossus here. Get another big finisher. Because we're not really needing anything else here anyway. So take the Outrider, can take another Colossus. There is a Blightblade, but green is pretty light in green. Take another Colossus. Okay, let's get some big 7/5s. Take Disenchant now for sideboard, or we could take a 3rd Fissure Wizard. I kind of like the Fissure Wizards. I just like looting. Why not? We have 17 creatures currently, though. I'm going to take Disenchant, I guess, for sideboard. I feel like we're already making cuts, so we probably don't need 3rd Wizard. Probably don't need the Champion. And Mind Drain. Protector. Probably maybe takes Kite Sail for sideboard. Likely don't need it. Got an Outrider anyway, or we can take the Cleric. Cleric is pretty cool. Cheap one. You know what? We'll get some Evasion. Probably don't need another Outrider anyway. Take the Strike. I think this deck's good. I do think this deck is good. Oh, I could have played the... No, I actually don't think that card's very good. Even in the dedicated party deck. I don't think the Solidarity, whatever it's called, is very good. So let's figure out what we're doing. So currently, how many spell lands do we have? We have the Fury, the Balagad Recovery, and that's it. Not nearly as many as I was hoping for. But currently have 4 lands, 12 slots left. We're going to need probably 20 lands. No, I think we have to do 19 because 2 are actual lands. If all 4 of these were spells, I could do 20, but I think we do 19. Which I'm not in love with, but I think that's how we do it. Primarily white. So we need to cut 3 cards if we want to run 19 lands, which I think we can do. So we can cut creatures. We have 18. The only non-class card is Tyrant. Maybe just cut 1 Colossus. Because we have double Mace plan. Yeah. I can cut the Shadow's Verdict. We don't interact with our graveyard though, so this could actually be good. It's just it kills a lot of our things, which I don't like. So maybe it's a better sideboard option. I do think it's good. And I guess we could just cut creatures instead. It's tough to cut a board wipe. And I guess I don't know. Do I like the Verdict or the Chasm more? I don't know. This is cheaper. And instant speed. They probably deal with almost the same amount of things. So maybe it is smarter to do the Cinderclasm, especially since blacks are splash color. So what are we up to now? 2 more cuts. Probably creatures. Maybe we don't need 2 Bannerets. Could cut a Fissure Wizard. Alright, maybe like this. So 4 plus 15, 19 lands. How many actual black sources do we need? Problem is we can't cast Mace off of base camp. We do have the 2 Pack Beasts though to help cast it. So then it's 4 mana. We have some white necessity, but we do have the double white for Nahiri's Binding. This is a bit of a challenging mana base to navigate, even with 19 lands. So our only green splash is Veteran Adventure, is that right? So we probably don't even need a green mana for Veteran Adventure. We have 2 Pack Beast, 2 Base Camp, and a Balagad Recovery. Sure, okay. I'm on board with that. So no green mana, that's good. We do need some red, and we need double red. So probably going to need at least 5 red sources. Which really doesn't leave us a ton of space. Let's say I do 5 red. Leaves us 10 for white and black. But we don't need a ton of black either. So maybe, because we can play, Base Camp can help us cast the Blood Priest and the Hierophant. Just, we need help with the Mace. So maybe, and we have the Pack Beast. Maybe 4 black. 4 black. So that way, with the Swamps and the Pack Beast, we have 6 to cast the Mace. And then we can do 6 white. We have the Base Camp for that too. So 6, we didn't even look at the color breakdown. So mostly white, then red, then black. All right. So 6 red, 6 white, 8 for creatures, except the Tyrant. This is a tough deck to build a mana base for. Very, very challenging. These Pack Beasts were essential. Yeah. I think we might have to just do it like this. So a little bit tricky. Not the sexiest looking mana base I've ever seen. I will say that, but it looks cool. It looks like a cool deck. We've got some interesting things going for it. So yeah, we'll see what we can do with this. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, round 1 we'll play first. Yeah, I guess it's a keep. All right. Celebrant's a great draw there. Actually, with Aura, we can probably... I can probably... I see. Trade the Archpriest for the... That's interesting. Equipped warriors you have double strike. Well, that's pretty good. Guess we chill. So this is at least a match where our other burn spell looks good. All right, Clasm, close to being helpful. Very close to being helpful. Hmm. All right. Man, Cinderclasm would tear our opponent apart. Even unkicked. Do a lot of work for us right now. Uh-oh. So they have Dauntless Unity, but they can't kick it. That's weird. 6-9. So they probably kick the Marasa. Huh. Because they're going to kick it on this with Double Strike. Or they can't kick it, so they can deal 12 with that. So maybe we block like this and then this. No, they did have Dauntless Unity. Interesting. I really wasn't expecting the Dauntless Unity. So let's get the Celebrant back, I guess. It's pretty sweet. Alright. Flyer doesn't have Double Strike anymore. And we are still just one red away from being right back in this game. So I might just drop the Ravager's Mace plan for this match. Because it doesn't look like our main concern is bashing in with Ravager's Mace. Our main concern looks like maximizing Cinderclasm to completely destroy our opponent's plan. They're all X1s. I don't know why they're not attacking with the other stuff. All right. So I feel good about this match, actually. I know we're getting badly beaten right now. I know. But I actually feel good about this match, believe it or not. Alright, I did get the red. That's nice. I think it's a little too late. But we're not quite dead yet. So that's good. So we'll see what they target here. Alright, so now we can do that. Alright, that's cool. But they can just equip and go right over top now. So probably have to play this first. Discarding a... Oh, I guess we're not dead then. It's probably one of the maces. Maybe the Colossus, actually. All right, then we can. So currently our 2 board wipes basically kill everything in their deck. Not even basically, it does. We can deal with every creature in their deck. So like I said, I think we ditched the Mace plan because they're so aggressive. And it's probably just wiser to go for... Maybe I shouldn't have... I don't know why I thought the Adventurer would have been better than the Colossus. Maybe it doesn't matter next turn. I guess because it makes our Maces bigger. I don't know. That's tough. That's what they went for instead, huh? That's unexpected. Wow. That's pretty sweet. So, do that. Gain our life. Guess we play another land. Yeah, so if I kept the Colossus instead of the Adventurer, I would have been able to cast it. Alright, so now they can force us to block, because it is a warrior. We don't have any red mana. Wish I did have red mana. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I think the issue right now is, well, so I guess we kill the Protector. All right. So Looks like we're dead. But I do feel good about this match. We can kill basically everything in their deck. We only saw the kite sail, is that right? In terms of equipment, looks like it. Sorry, I just noticed my green screen was all messed up. We died. So let's dump the Ravager's Mace plan. We don't need it. Which maybe means we don't even need... Well, we still definitely want black because of lifelink and life gain. We just don't need as much black mana. So our only black spells now are actual creatures. No, then we need the Shadow's Verdict. We might go to 20 lands. I don't know if I want to do the Disenchant either. Kite Sail prevents us from dying in the air from their thing. How did they pay the... They didn't pay the second white for Dauntless Unity. Okay. They just cast it. So we could do the Kite Sail. Certainly not as good as Ravager's Mace, especially for us. But do we even need Ravager's Mace? Probably not. Their dudes are tiny. We can beat their little dudes. We don't need help with Mace. So we probably just do Kite Sail so we don't die in the air. Oops, not that one. This one. And then we have to change the mana base around. I think. I have no idea how. I mean, we want the double red, we want the double black. I think I do one less of this and one more black. Oof, this is an ugly mana base. Kind of did this to myself. Alright. Very ugly mana base. But what can you do? I have no idea why my background looks so crazy. Gotta try and fix that. Alright, we'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. Sand actually looks good. Don't even need to jam the Balagad recovery right away. That's cool. There's our base camp for something. Oh, no play. Alright, well. Archpriest. Not quite as sexy. Guess we stop that for now and not really have much else going for us at the moment. Well, we just should have saved it. Let's see. So we can do this. I have... What's funny? I only have 3 clerics. Is that right? That's funny. Alright, so Tactics can deal 2 damage. It's not very good. I don't even have a good attack here. Guess not. Alright. Don't even have 2 black mana for our board wipe? Jeez. Alright, well, that's good. So we have to worry about the Dauntless, whatever it's called. Dauntless Unity. We have to watch out for that. Oh, good. So they do have the Dauntless Unity. That's actually going to work out okay for us, I think. So let's figure out how to block for Dauntless Unity, because we're going to kill this. So the best blocks, we have Recovery too, but we don't have green mana. Okay, that's important. So we don't want our Adventurer to die. So we're going to have to do some chumping, I think. Alright, I think that actually maybe the best blocks is like this. And what this lets us do is actually this. I think this is good because we get rid of a couple dudes. And it kind of works out okay for us. If they don't cast it, I think we just have to accept that we're taking damage, but I think this is fine. So take care of that threat. Kill 2 more dudes. Yeah, that's about as good as I think we were gonna get. Sure wish I could get that practice tactics back. So we need a pack beast so I can get something back there. I guess we just cast this. I mean, what good does casting it do? It doesn't really do much good, to be honest. In case I draw like a... I guess if I draw a Clasm, I have to block and then cast it anyway, so alright. So at this point we just gotta cast that, ditch that. Yeah. That's tough. That is tough. So we do have full party, which is sweet, but it's only flying until end of turn. So maybe if I had sandbagged a land, setting up for a Fissure Wizard, could have gotten that tactics back. Tough situation. All right. We definitely lose, which is tough. All right. We'll go to the next one and take a look at my deck in between rounds. This was definitely a match we should have won, so I need to re-examine. I need to look at it again. We absolutely should have beat that deck. I don't think it was a very good deck. So, because we have a lot of good cards, but if we can't make our mana base work, then it's not going to work. We might have to do 20 lands. I don't want to. I really don't. I really don't want to do 20 lands, but I think we have to. I think it's a necessity. We probably have to do the 5th swamp. So we'll get in the 5th swamp. We're going to be a super land heavy deck, which is not good. When you don't have a lot of spell lands, it's not good. Not good at all, but I think it's what we got to do. So we have to cut another card. And I have no clue what it is. Maybe a Colossus. Yeah, that's a good idea. Add more lands and cut your top end. What a mess. Then cut the Banneret. Really don't have any warriors though, other than the Outrider. It's going to be really tough to get full party without Banneret. Alright, I think we just cut it though. I don't want to, but it's what we're going to do. Alright. Alright, let's try game 2 here. Yeah, we can keep this. It's not a very sexy hand, but I think we keep it. All right. So I guess the plan is Hierophant into Outrider into Ravager's Mace, maybe? Don't really want to play Ravager's Mace without a target. Sure. Alright, cool. So now we can go Outrider and attack for 5, gain 5. Then next turn we can go Wizard Colossus, which is really good too. And then I think we don't quite have full party, but we're pretty close. Alright, well, opponent keeps their dudes back and all their mana up. So I think first we go Wizard and we'll discard the Swamp. Because we actually could use the double red for the Clasm, although it doesn't look that good on this board. But that's fine. We'll do Wizard first. Discarding the Swamp. Drawing another mountain, play a Colossus. Attack with Outrider, pass. And I think I'm perfectly willing to trade a Outrider for anything here. A spell, a creature, or whatever. Sure. Alright, Clasm. So let's play the land and play the Mace. And equip up this. And we'll get in with everything actually. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just play this unkicked. So we can get our cleric back with a removal spell. Play the adventure. So I'll play Pack Beast. Equip here. I wonder why they didn't attack. Alright, Recovery, which we can actually cast. Which is kind of sweet, actually. So, cast this. I guess if I do the Outrider, it's straight up lethal. So it makes them want to block. But I can't cast it either way, so why don't we just attack first? See if they have another pressure point. I'm just confused why they're not attacking. Sure. They still have to double block though. Maybe they have another trick. Could be it. Let's just make sure we kill the 2/2. Alright. So we'll recovery, get back the, I guess the Colossus, it's bigger. It's more expensive too though. I like it. I think I like Adventure more. I actually don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, I guess the issue is I can't cast Adventure and equip the Mace, even if I drew a land. But I wouldn't be able to do that to the Colossus either. If I did the Outrider, I would have been able to, if I drew an untapped land, play it plus equip Mace, which might have been better. Opponent's deck is, neither of our opponent's decks look particularly good, which is making me kind of doubt my deck. Because we're not like thrashing anybody, you know? So, I don't know. Here we'll just attack for 4. A lot of weird combat tricks in there. So we'll play the adventure. Could have done the shepherd because it flies. Would have made this cheaper. Would have gained less life. I don't know. The life gain's obviously irrelevant right now. This does 2 more points of damage, which does seem relevant, especially since I'm pretty close to lethal. I think I can afford to take 5 points of damage. Yeah, we are just slamming our opponent here. Actually just dead now. So, alright. So they're playing Boros weird stuff. Definitely just a Boros weird stuff deck. They've got like a cleric in there with no other clerics. They got cats and landfall and inordinate rages, smites. Unfortunately, smite main deck is good against us. Pressure point. I mean, honestly, they've got a pretty janky looking deck. I feel like I should rock and roll this match. But like I said, we're not really, I don't know, we're not doing as good as I hoped. I feel like we should be crushing, and that game went on for a little while. But I don't know what else to do. Bring in another Colossus. I'm playing Adventure just because it's all classes. I mean, Vigilance is good too, and it can get cheaper like the Colossus. It's just, I'm straining my mana base by playing the Adventure. But, I mean, Baller Good Recovery was one of our few spell lands that we kind of need. I don't know. Something about our deck is not quite perfect. I don't think we want to necessarily bring in the Shadow's Verdict either. Mace has actually looked good there, so I guess we run it back. I could cut a cleric actually for another Colossus just to put another fatty out there. All right. Considering they have like, I don't know if it's good or not, to be honest. You want to watch me on the fly fix my filter? Try to. It's getting later, so it's harder to do. Yeah, I don't even know if I can fix it now. It's like too late and too dark out to fix the filter, so sorry. I guess we keep this. No white mana, which is awkward, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, well, that's cool, I guess. Okay. I think I'm willing to take... Oh, perfect. Now we don't even have to worry about it. So we'll take 3 here. So we know they got a lot of tricks in there. They're leaving all their mana up, which is fine. So we probably just do this. Play the Spark Mage and make them cast a make them use a spell for our 2/2, which is fine, I think. They can use a defensive spell. Defensive pump. Oh my. Beautiful. Beautiful. We can even get in for one. So now we block the Spark Mage on the healer, see if they play another trick. It doesn't really matter because we were going to Cinderclass them anyway, so we'd rather them play the trick and get it out of the way. Just the Kitesail Cleric, huh? Alright. Well, this is going to work just fine for us. Alright, sweet. See you in the finals. So we'll play first. Yeah, we can keep this. It's fine hand. Archpriest is cool. That's cool too. Yeah, let's go Archpriest plus Blood Priest. It's only a drain for 2, which isn't as insane as I would like, but it's not bad for now. Because I'd like to keep my Pack Beast alive, if I had a choice. I'd much rather the Malachor Blood Priest gets in there with their Mace. Still at least 2 lands with the Pack Beast from casting the Adventurer, and same with that's not a huge deal. We can handle that. So we did get base camp, which is actually kind of nice. So let's slam our Mace, put it on here, get in there. Next turn we can do the Adventurer, which is pretty nice. This is a good trade for us. We get a 2-for-1 out of it. Sort of. I guess it's like a 1.5 for 1. But it's a 1.5 for 1 I'm happy taking. And we don't actually lose a class either, which is cool. But we're still a little bit away from full party. And they've got the Death Toucher Rabid Bite potential, so we have to keep our eyes open for that. Cinderclasm is kind of cool. Can't quite maximize value out of that just yet. I guess we could with the Pack Beast, but for now we're just gonna... Oh, get an attack for 3. No, I guess we chill. Alright, keep node colonies, cool. So we can get in for 8. Which is pretty good. Might just be worth our time to get up the Shepherd of Heroes, get the Shepherd of Heroes going. So we gain 6, we get a flyer. My other choice is to Ravager's Mace, and then they block like that. That's still really good for us. I guess I'm just going to do the Shepherd and pass. Like I said, if they have Rabid Bite, I don't know, I kind of feel like they would have done it last turn, but maybe I'm wrong. And the thing is, if I can leave up Cinderclasm mana in case they try and Rabid Bite our Adventurer, we're still looking pretty good. We're also 1 class away from a full party, which is going to be good. Oh, a big Moss Pit Skeleton. I mean, we're ahead on life total too, which is good. So we'll play the land, equip the Mace here. Aim for 6. And pass. Scion. Currently don't have any ways to gain life though, so guess that's good. Cinderclasm not looking too nuts right now, but I guess it had... If you include the colony and the Moss Pit Skeleton, there's a few things that it could have hit there. So take it. That was a good draw. And drop the Tyrant. And we can float red mana, I guess. So what happens if I float a red mana from base camp? Does it still save it? I think so. We'll find out. I don't see why I wouldn't. Doing some deck thinning. Guess we just... So they start it. Let's see if it still disappears. Alright, well, the red stuck around. I think it's just red that sticks around that I can't use to pay for anything other than rogues and warriors and stuff. It's probably right. So here we go like this and that and this. Zoff consumption. Not quite good enough here. Another gnarled colony. And another gnarled colony. And a Dauntless Survivor. So we don't even need to show them the Cinderclasm because I want them to do stuff like this in game 2. So we're not going to cast it. We're just going to kill them after they showed us a bunch of stuff. And they have a lot of cheap creatures. And actually, yeah, our Shadow's Verdict gets way better since it can actually deal with all their kicked creatures. All of them. And exile them too, which is nice. Can't deal with this one. But can deal with everything else besides that. So, and I guess not the Draga Visionary either, but either way. We're definitely casting, or putting the Shadow's Verdict in. I mean, Mace was awesome there. But is 2 Maces excessive? I don't know. $14 creatures currently. Yeah, 2 Maces might be excessive. So maybe cut a Mace. We have 2 tactics too, is that right? Yeah. Still kind of like the tactics. Alright. I guess we'll do this. Could actually ditch the Cleric for another, you know, and it probably makes more sense to just do a Fidget Wizard. Yeah. I feel like looting for us probably more important than a 1/1 flyer. I don't know. I guess I just had the Kitesail Cleric in there because of the Hierophant and random tap ability, but... And I guess a flyer with a Mace is probably pretty good. So, can't keep this one. This one we do. And we probably put back... Well, we can't even cast the Mace, so I'd probably rather have a Tactics for 1 mana that can deal with 2 things. Alright. I do like the Mace. But It's a lot less good when you can't cast it. Could cast the Archpriest there. So I think we do the white mana, cast the Archpriest, and leave up Tactics to kill the Blightblade. Might need this Pack Beast to cast a Shadow's Verdict. It's kind of sad, but gotta do what you gotta do. They attack with both. I guess I block the Survivor and see if we get a 2-for-1. Otherwise, I want to kill the Blightblade with the Tactics. And who knows, maybe they use a Rabid Bite. I'm kind of okay with that too at this point. If they want to get rid of that. Alright, I'm happy with that. Got rid of a Death Toucher. Got rid of a 2-2. They don't have a follow-up. We can play the Spark Mage. Yeah, we're looking good. Get in for 2. We can nuke something for 3 with the Spark Mage, which is good. Shadowcat. I'd say that's a good target. Yeah. Don't mind if I do. So we've got Wizard, Cleric, everything right now. This being everything. So we're still, even with the Shepherd of Heroes, we're still just shy of a full party. So I think the Gnarlid colonies are probably coming now. Currently our Shadow's Verdict only kills a couple of our dudes. But we, like I said, we might need this Pack Beast. Unless we get a black mana, we're looking at 7 mana. I'm willing to trade my Archpriest for that Scion. Alright, that's, yeah. This can get in there. We actually still gain 6 off the Shepherd of Heroes too, which is nice. So we're a land away from Shadow's Verdict now, but we actually don't want to cast Shadow's Verdict just yet. Certainly not. I don't know what's going on with their hand. Alright, so they're ready to start kicking some spells, which is fine. We can cast Shadow's Verdict now, that's good. We're just gonna beat for a little bit here. Just doing little beats. Hydra, Constrictor. I think we can take 4 for now. Shadow's Verdict still exiles a lot of stuff. I mean, we could double block it, because Shadow's Verdict right now eats It eats a good amount of stuff. But if we rip one more class, which we have, what, Warrior or another Pack Beast, I mean, it's worth it to just take 4 for now, I think. Base Camp. Ugly. Ugly. Not what I'm looking for. I wouldn't mind getting a little more value off my Shadow's Verdict. I don't know. It's probably greedy, to be honest, but... I mean, we can't draw our Mace because that's on the bottom of our deck. But the fact that our Shadow's Verdict can't deal with the Scion of the Swarms makes me like it a little bit less. Like, at this point, we probably just double block, prevent damage, and blow up the board. Attack first, maybe. Because they might jump block. Alright. Alright, so now we can attack with both. They have to chump the Shepherd. Not that it matters. Alright, sweet. Aura, Theola, Aura, Shadow's Verdict, non-bow. Alright, well, we went 2-1 with this deck. I'm pretty thankful for that, because we got thrashed hard match 1, and I did not like that, but this was a hard deck. This was a difficult deck. Probably the most difficult one that I've done in the format, just because 4-color, Pack Beast, Base Camps. I probably made it more difficult on myself than it needed to be. But ultimately, I'll take a 2-1. Thankful for that. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.